Dublin Nephrology Care is devoted to providing the best comprehensive and compassionate care for all patients. Dr. Zhang is a board-certified nephrologist and internist. Dr. Zhang's office can help you with acute kidney failure, chronic kidney disease, hypertension management, hemodialysis, peritoneal dialysis, and internal medicine. Dr. Zhang is always welcoming new patients at Dublin Nephrology Care, 203 Fairview Park Drive in Dublin. Call Dublin Nephrology Care at 275-2828.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk here on TV 35. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and we're here at beautiful Southern Pines. It's a great morning here. We've got the director of the Stubbs Park Summer Camp, Mr. Rodney O'Neill, with us. How are you doing, Mr. O'Neill?
I'm doing fine today.
Now, Mr. O'Neill, if you would, please share with the people out there about the camp and what it entails and how you decided to make sure you're part of it.
Well, I just came home from school, fresh out of college. And one of the biggest things was I wanted to come home and make a difference. I wanted to give back to my community. And it just so happened the rec department gave me an opportunity by hiring me full time and put me over there in the Stubbs gym area. So and me, Mr. Curtis Coates and I came up with the idea of trying to put together a summer camp, trying to give the kids something to do, because in the last up 10 years, like, we haven't had anything for the youth around here.
Right.
So, but we got this camp started. You know, we dated it from June 4th to today. Which it includes academics, athletics. You know, we go from golf to science to math to reading to tennis. We've tried to introduce everything to these kids. We don't want them to be closed-minded to just football or basketball.
Right,
we want them to be able to explore anything, you know, because we never know what we have sitting here in Dublin. We can have the next Albert Einstein or the next Muhammad Ali. So, you know, the main thing is to let all these kids be able to expose their talents.
Wonderful. And so, you know, talk about the people that are here that have been helping make sure that this was a successful camp.
Well, like I said, Mr. Curtis Coates, he was a big part of this. Miss Teresa Holliday from the L.LE.T organization, the role she played is just, really can't explain it. Mr. What's her name? Lakeisha Lamb, she played a big part. And we also like to give thanks to all of our sponsors, you know, including the Dublin Lawrence County Recreation Authority, the Southside Committee, Christ Chapel. It's so many to name. I really don't want to leave out nobody. I just want to give thanks to all of them. But those three were big, you know, having the camp run successful. So. And you know,
how many campers did you have throughout this month, Pat?
We had up to 65. We accepted 65, and crazy thing is we had a waiting list of 180.
No, you did not.
We did. So we weren't able to accept all 180, but like I say, this is the first year, and hopefully years to come we're able to have different locations and accept 200 to 300 kids. Man.
And what was the age limit for the kids?
5 to 12.
5 to 12.
Yes,
and so we really want for people out there to take part in this for next year, to see how successful it's been this year, to see all the hard work that you all have put into the camp and all the people that have been a part of it.
Okay.
And so today is a fun day, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're here to have fun. We're here. This is a celebration. The kids, like, they work hard, and then they just got done with a long school year, and for us to come in and still put academics on them, and they work hard. They're
still doing math and science.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like, one thing we really wanted to, you know, touch base on, we didn't want them to come in and just be drilled with academics, because, like I said, they did just get done with a long school term. So not only did we push academics, but they also had fun doing academics. And I really want to thank Miss Danyelle O'Neill, because she played a big part in coming to teach the kids.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll get to talk to them in just a little bit.
Okay.
So, all right, well, thank you, Mr. O'Neill, for all that you are doing with these kids, for all of the people who have helped to be a part of it. We're going to meet some of them in just a little bit and see some of the kids, too, as well.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is Mr. O'Neill, ladies and gentlemen, director of the Stubbs Park Summer Camp. You know, the Phi Beta Sigmas do so much wonderful work in the community, and we've got 3 of them with us, of course, along with Rodney O'Neill, and they're doing some great work. We'd like for you to introduce yourselves and talk to us about why you decided to take part in this great fraternity.
My name is Deshante Wilburn. I'm here to assist Brother Rodney with giving back a donation to the kids as a treat to the end of the fraternity. Excuse me, to the end of the program.
And now, how long have you been a part of this fraternity, and what made you decide to want to be a part of it?
I'm new. I've actually been a part 3 months now. The culture that Phi Beta Sigma has is a great culture, and it's a great brotherhood to be a part of.
All right, very good. Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, Tim Thomas. I've been affiliated with Phi Beta Sigma for 3 months, same as Mr. Wilburn. And I'm here to support the kids, to give them supplies as needed. A little help goes a long way when you're dealing with the kids.
That's right.
And I like Phi Beta Sigma because they're social action, and they're here in the community, and we're visible, and we're out here working to support the kids.
And you know, you've always done so much in the community, especially with athletics. And so this right here is just, you know, part of all the extension of what you do. Talk to us, Mr. Pullum.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing very well.
I'm burning up in this morning,
I know
son.
you
Thank
are.
you.
Help us, Lord.
My name is Jerome Pullum, as you well know, and I've been a member of this organization for 3 years. This great organization of Phi Beta Sigma, Omicron U chapter. And we just all basically pretty much exemplify our motto, which is brotherhood, scholarship, and service. And it's just always a pleasure to be able to give back to our community, especially to our youth.
Right. And we thank you all so much. You all are very visible at so many different organizations and activities we have in the community. And so we thank you so much for all the school supplies that you all have and you're donating to these young people, because it's going to definitely go a long way. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. These are the young men of the Phi Beta Sigmas.
This summer, don't send a fan to do an air conditioner's job. Call your local Daikin Comfort Pro before it's too late. Daikin, comfort for life.
All right, now we've got these wonderful young ladies that are part of the L.LE.T program, and we got Miss Teresa Holliday. You are the president and CEO.
Yes,
Teresa,
yes.
talk to us again about the L.LE.T program.
Well, we're actually a girls organization, ladies organization, that started up in the community. We're reaching out to our young ladies in the community to teach and train them up and mentor them on becoming a lady. And so they can at one point be a part of L.LE.T. So these ladies have been with us for a minute now. These are our veterans, if you want to say. They're our veterans that have been with us for 1.5 years with this program since we started it up.
Tell them what L.LE.T stands for.
Ladies in Fellowship Together.
Oh, wonderful. And what all do you all do when you fellowship together? Tell us about the things that you do to accomplish.
We, as the ladies, we get together, we mentor each other. First and foremost, we have talking sessions. We be a part of fundraisers and events in the community, because it's about the community. And we want the young ladies to see us out and about in the community doing positive things, because that's part of the teaching and training for them. So we also do be a part of events as far as the Southside Stubbs Park Summer Camp. I saw that there was a need. I reached out to the young men, Mr. Curtis Coates and Rodney O'Neill, and we clicked. We branched together. They knew that the community was in a need for our kids to have some things to do. We had the girls, my girls actually, are campers, the head campers here. Wow. So they help out as far as being leadership and doing things with the other kids. So it kind of connect for us as far as those two organizations coming together. And we also branched out in the community and helped pass out their flyers and got the word out there and pulled in some of their friends that they went to school with and some of their family members, I guess you could say, because I think 3 of them here are family, pulled together and just reached out to the community to see what we can do to try to help this organization out as far as the summer camp and L.LE.T.
Wonderful. I know you got Yolanda Surrey that works with you.
Yolanda Surrey, she's my president. Michelle Hardy is the vice president. Jessica Wright is our assistants.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm getting tired, Tom. And Raquel Williams and Renelle Williams are also a part of our organization.
That's great.
So we team up as a team together and do what we can do for these kids, because at the end of the day, it's about our kids.
It's about our kids. You're so right. So speaking of kids, we know they're getting a little antsy here. we're gonna let them kind of introduce themselves and tell us about them. Hey girls, come on back in. Tell everyone hello.
Hello.
Look right there. Tell them who you are.
Teresa.
And how old are you?
7.
Where do you go to school?
In Dublin.
Very good. East Lawrence. And what's your name? Come here, baby. Turn around. Tell them who you are.
Naya.
Naya. How old are you, Naya? Naya's kind of like not having many words. We'll let her talk to us. Come here, darling. Tell everyone who you are.
I'm Divya.
And how old are you?
7.
Where do you go to school?
In Dublin.
They're all in Dublin for sure. Are you excited about the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All right, your turn, darling. You're a little older, right? So we're going to expect a little bit more.
A little bit better.
My name is Precious. I'm 12 years old, and I go to Dublin Middle School.
All right. Now, Precious, which is a precious name. Have you had a great time at this camp?
Yes.
And what have you liked most about it?
We go on our trips.
Oh, going on. You all are taking trips.
Taking trips.
Wonderful.
Hey, my name is Tage. I'm 12 years old, and I go to East Lawrence.
All right. So what grade are you going to?
6.
Tell us what you like most about what you were doing here at the camp.
When we going on trips and stuff.
Yeah, so you like to go, don't you?
To go.
They like to go. All right, baby girl, talk to us.
My name is Khalil Moss. I'm 15 years old. I am the co-captain of the Jewels dance team, which is associated with L.E.T. And I have been chosen to be a volunteer at the Stubbs Park Summer Camp.
Very good. You know, people will be thinking you're a little camper yourself, right? I would see her in the hallway, and I'm like, what's this baby doing here? Well, girls, we just thank you so much for all that you're doing. We hope you have a good time. Continue to have fun as you learn, okay?
Right.
All right. Thank you, Teresa, for all that you do.
Absolutely.
This is Teresa Holliday and the fabulous girls of L.E.T.
Oh, shoot!
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Your local Dixie Chopper dealer is Brooks Contractor Supply, located at 2748 Highway 441 South, Dublin.
You know, when we're talking about the people that work so hard to make sure these kids have what they need, this young lady to my right, Miss Danyelle O'Neill, is one of those people. Missionary O'Neill, thank you.
You're welcome.
Share with us a little bit about you and the work that you do with the youth and the camp this past month.
Well, I'm a missionary, first of all, for the Church of Christ. And I was asked to volunteer with the summer camp, teaching math and science. Of course, I'm a little hesitant about doing that because I am a shy person, but I do want the children to know what they need to know. So I do have a degree in biology and chemistry, so it comes a little natural with me. So I was happy to work with them with math.
Okay.
And there's a very, I said, they really need a lot of help with math.
Right.
One-on-one. And I know the school systems, they have a lot to deal with, and they have very limited resources.
Right.
So we're doing our best to help with the slack.
And you know, so a typical day with you, the campers, tell us what you worked on.
Well, for the science, we wanted to teach them a little bit about liquid, gas, and solids, if they can distinguish it. So we made slime. So of course at first the glue is liquid, but then it becomes somewhat of a solid. So I asked myself, well, is it a liquid or a solid? And they're like, liquid, but then some said solid. But of course it's both at the same time.
Right.
So they learned that. And then with the math, teaching them how to do their multiplication, the smaller ones, how to count. Because they are struggling a little with that.
Right.
That's a typical day where we're trying to do our best to teach them their basic skills, and as well as introduce them into the world of science, that their whole world is based off of arts and sciences.
That is so wonderful. You know, as we were talking to Mr. O'Neill earlier, you know, he was talking about it was not just the regular like sports camps. You all were doing all kinds of things, and to know that you were incorporating math and science into the equation.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you all were taking trips.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, they took a couple of trips. I didn't go on the trips, so I was doing most of the education part. But I believe they went to the city hall to look around in the city hall, and they took a trip to Warner Robins, to the Space
Out of town.
Yes, out of town. They
the Aviation and Space Museum is a wonderful facility.
Yes, ma'am.
And so they were learning about government.
Yes, ma'am.
The military.
Yes, ma'am. And science.
And so typically, now we were saying you had about 60 to 75 kids?
Yes, ma'am. At the start, yes. They were about 60 to 70.
And what was the process like for you all to get all of these kids involved? He said there was a wait list and everything.
Yes,
oh my God.
There was a waiting list because they couldn't take but so many, because this is the first trial summer, trying to see how it would do. So of course they signed up about the 60 or 70, but then they couldn't allow so many in because they wanted to see how to manage that amount.
Right.
So we had to turn some away, but what you're saying
this year,
yes,
now,
just this year.
Hopefully we can do an expansion.
Yes, God's
enough
willing.
people involved, enough of the resources needed to fund something like this, enough sponsors.
Yes,
now, and we really want to encourage people to get involved, and we want to encourage kids and families to know about this camp. So what message do you want to give to the people out there about the camp?
Well, I just would ask that you all would just support this type of thing, because there is a very need in the community, especially the children that are in the city. A lot of them don't have the supplies that they need. But even if the churches can get involved in helping out with this project, it would be a great help and a blessing to the children as well as their parents, because we all need to work together.
That's right.
We can't do it by ourselves.
That's
so
right.
if you have anything to contribute, we would gladly appreciate it.
And who do they need to contact?
You can contact Mr. Rodney O'Neill and get all the information from him.
And he's with the rec department here, and they do such wonderful stuff already. So
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. And thank you to Missionary O'Neill for all that you do.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
things you do for Christ and the things you do through him with the children.
Thank you.
All right. This has been a great day, ladies and gentlemen, having the opportunity to meet some of the campers, to meet the people who are behind such a great an event, and also to encourage you to take part next year in the things that you can do to kind of support it voluntarily, financially, whatever you like to do to support this Stubbs Park summer camp. All right. Very good. That's all the time we have for Real Talk here on TV 35, and please keep watching.